Everybody, we've got a couple Canadians on board. A?
A.
A, is that the correct? You don't say A? How about B? Okay, so you don't say A anymore. Is that just a rumor or a wives' tale or
I feel like
something?
that might be more of an East Coast, like Maritimes. People might say A. But I don't
know anybody who says A.
Okay. I've only seen it in the movies, so I don't know. I haven't been to Canada. I've been to a lot of countries. Okay, but the reason I want to talk to y'all is because what's your name again? Your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy is got two co-workers that are fantastic. And tell me what they say when you ask them.
Two different individuals, different departments. They don't know each other, but if you ask them how are they doing, they always give you 10 out of 10, fantastic, best day of my life, gold star.
That is
the same rundown every time, doesn't matter. I think a lot of times it's a sarcastic answer, but they do say it.
Well, some people think when people say fantastic, they are being sarcastic or they're lying, which, that's one guy says, I smile a lot at work, and people always ask me why I'm smiling. And that begs me to ask the question, what is wrong with our society when we're not believing people then they say they're great or fantastic, and they want to question why they're smiling at work or why they're laughing or why they're being fantastic. I mean, just what's wrong with our society that it has to be like that? What do you think?
I guess everybody's just used to the negativity, and it's just odd to see people smiling and happy. And
it's a rarity.
So yeah, it's an abnormal thing.
Well, you've now become the 37th person out of 616 people that joined the channel that have known someone that's fantastic. And you will never forget them. And just goes to prove, you will never forget those guys as long as you live. You'll always remember them.
Yeah, it's a very unique way to answer
It's very
that question.
unique. It's very positive. I think it's great for business. I think it's great for if you're in the sales business. And I just think if you can make one person smile today by telling them you're fantastic, because it's about giving more than just anything else, then you've done a good thing. If you make 10 people smile, you've done a great thing. And if you can make more than that smile, you've done a fantastic thing. By the way, listeners, we're driving along the edge of the continent right now, and on our left, as we're heading to Muscle Beach, which they're going to, is a refinery and a beautiful Pacific Ocean. Gorgeous day. One might say it's a fantastic day. And there's a couple tankers out there getting unloaded with their fuel for the refinery. And it looks like some nice waves, and it's a gorgeous day to be alive, right? You guys vacationing?
Yeah, today's our last day.
Last day in LA. What have you figured out about this is the first time in Los Angeles?
Second time.
Second time?
First time together, though, yeah.
First time together. You guys married?
Yep.
Congratulations. How many years?
Just over a year.
1 year.
Oh, well, I've only been married 36, so. But congratulations. That's basically still considered newlywed, no? 1 year?
I think so. Maybe within 2 years is considered newlywed.
I don't follow rules, so I don't know.
I have no idea.
But congratulations again. And that's a fantastic thing to find someone that you can love and share your life with. And I hope you guys are going to be fantastic. I hope we have a fantastic life.
We're hoping to have
Do you see the logic of the word of the movement?
So who started this movement?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
And
so
how did you get people to join it?
Well, I introduced the logic of it,
Yeah.
of how it will improve your life. Because when you say the word fantastic, you smile. And that smile releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. I didn't make that up. And that releases a lot of stress in your body as well. So you live longer. So as you noticed when you got in, how did you feel when I said I was fantastic when you got in?
Put a smile on my face.
Put a smile on your face. So that's the whole object of this movement, is to put smiles on people's faces, make them feel good. And what I'm coming up with a bill of rights for the people that are fantastic. And there's very few of us, and I hope there'll be a lot more, but let someone in traffic. Open the door for somebody. Be kind to others.
It's hard not to smile in LA, though. We're going to go back to very rainy weather.
rainy, cloudy, much cooler.
Well, that's why you got to say the word, because the word forces a smile on your face, and it makes other people smile. By the way, most people don't know what even the word fantastic means. I've yet to meet someone out of 2,000 people that can tell me the definition of it. Any guesses from you two?
Are you actually talking about the Latin origin?
I'm just talking
of
the Webster definition.
Tell us.
Unimaginably good.
Oh, okay.
And the second definition is beautiful. So if you guys become fantastic people, you're going to be unimaginably good and beautiful.
And how old is this word?
That's a good question. But I did discover yesterday, I hope I'm not repeating myself, why or how the origin of how are you came about. Because I think it was the silliest thing I ever heard, but it does have an origin. And it came about when there was the Black Plague. And people would actually ask, how are you? To see if they have the Black Plague. So, but nowadays people don't ask that question. And you say you guys are Canadians, and you say that you don't say that in Canada.
No, we do.
That.
We do.
You do. Yeah, they say it in a lot of countries. A couple countries they don't. China they don't. You know, there's a couple countries that they don't.
No, they do, and even in China they do.
I thought it was
Yeah,
not
they do.
China people. Are you Chinese?
I am Chinese. Yeah.
And they say, how are you in China?
Well, in Chinese, yeah. But
I thought they
but
said,
do say
how was your breakfast?
No.
Really? I was told by someone that's from China that they say, how was your breakfast?
Well, many different regions of China,
Yeah.
I guess, but
I guess this was the
I'm-
breakfast region.
okay. I don't believe I've heard of that one.
I was surprised. You asked people how your breakfast was? That's how you greet? And she said, yeah. Okay. Well, it's a big country. There's
It is a big country.
billions of people there, and there must be a breakfast region.
Provinces.
It's the breakfast province.
Interesting.
But I just watched Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, we still have to watch that one.
I liked it because I'm always interested in watching how the filthy rich live.
The Chinese are
And
driving up all those house.
yeah,
It's-
it was an entertaining movie for me, and just to see the cityscapes, you know, over in Shanghai was amazing. The amazing buildings they have there, and it was a fun movie. It was, you know, boy girl meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back. You know, same scenario, and as in every movie. So now we're approaching Playa Vista. There was a ship that was shipwrecked here a couple years ago, and it landed on the beach. I knew the guy who owned it, and it was a storm, and it's completely been engulfed into the sand. 70-foot steel hull ship, and it took some time, but it's now completely, I don't know how sand envelops something, but it's pretty amazing that a 70-foot ship can get swallowed up by the sand.
Not a single person on this beach. What area is this?
Well, this is Playa Vista. It is Friday afternoon.
Right.
There's the Marina Del Rey entrance right there. I'm a captain in Marina Del Rey for a couple yachts. Drive a few yachts, put a few charters together. Malibu is in the far distance. Okay. And Santa Monica's obviously right over there. Any questions about Los Angeles?
So that boat, they just let that boat get buried by sand.
The guy couldn't afford to haul it out, and the city's not going to spend the money.
So they want to sell it.
And it's worth a lot of money. It's actually worth a lot of money. It's a steel hull, and if someone were to dig it up, you know, and refinish it, it would be worth some money. But it was amazing to see it go lower and lower and lower and lower, and finally, it's gone. The earth ate it up. So, any other closing remarks about your visit to Los Angeles? Yeah, that you were impressed with or disgusted with? Like the traffic? You must love the traffic.
Yeah, the traffic's... Yeah, we both walk to work where we live. We live in Vancouver.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's different. I don't know how people commute every day. And I guess you choose to even drive and this on top of your normal
Well,
commute.
one of the things I don't let happen in my life is forces I don't have any control over. I don't let bother me.
We did notice a lot of Lyft drivers had a very similar mentality. They're like, you know, it just is what it is, the traffic, so they don't let it kind of get to them.
Yeah. In life, you have to do that
Yeah,
because
so a lot of people had a really positive mentality toward the traffic. So
yeah,
they've come to terms with it, and
you can't do anything about it.
yeah. That's what they said. You'll see one guy kind of screaming in and out of traffic, trying to get up ahead.
Here's what I did. If you watch my channel at all, I did one called Driving Lessons for Everyone. See that red light up there right now, about a quarter of a mile? I just took my foot off the accelerator, and I tell people, when you see a red light, take your foot off the accelerator. Unfortunately, they're all accelerating to it. So that guy right there, he just spent more money and gas pushing his accelerator, this person as well, to get to the red light. Now they're going to push their brakes on hard because they have to slow down, and they're going to wear their brakes out. I just spent $2,700 on my Porsche brakes. If you go like this, when you get to a light and you put your brakes on like that, you don't wear them out. They'll last forever. But when you have to speed up to a red light and then use the brakes to slow the vehicle down, you're going to wear them out. Brett, can I call you back in about 10 minutes?
Sure.
Thanks, buddy. This guy who just called, he is Michael Jackson's art teacher, and he owns about $1 billion worth of art that's been appraised by Michael Jackson. And he's going to do a museum with it. And he also has designed a statue, like the Statue of Liberty, the size of the Statue of Liberty. And it looks like Princess Diana's face is going to be on the statue. So it's a very famous. Well, I'm going to try to get them to put it in a friend of mine's property up north. It's called Point Conception. It's the furthest most point on the. It's the furthest most point on the in the United States, and my friend owns 25,000 acres up there, and so I'm going to try to put together a resort, a couple of different resorts with that as the West Coast Statue of Liberty, so to speak. That would be kind of cool if I could pull that off. And
It's already built, or it's being built?
no, he's designed it, and it hasn't been built yet, but he's looking for a location for it. And so I think that's the perfect spot because if I'm not mistaken, the Statue of Liberty is the easternmost part, right?
Of the United States?
Yeah. And this is the westernmost part. But we have to build the resorts and put an airport.
Technically, I guess Hawaii would be the westernmost.
Well, I mean, continental.
Continental.
But you're right in that respect.
Or maybe even Catalina if they want to keep it closer to the continent.
Catalina, yeah. I'm continental. No, not Catalina Islands. Well, guys, thank you for participating in another podcast of uplifting interviews with total strangers. And see you in Canada.
Next time.
See you next time. Thanks for listening, guys.